Good morning. Welcome to my channel. My name is Kim and I am Barbara's daughter. It's been several weeks since I filmed a Flosstube video. I have a lot to show you today. I have some previous Christmas finishes that I pulled out from my basement because we're going to be decorating soon, and so I want to show you that. And I have been stitching a lot over the past few weeks, so I have finishes and FFOs and whips to show you. So I also have a special guest appearance from a very excited 6-year-old cross stitcher. He's excited to make his Flosstube debut, so stay tuned for that. I got a new setup here for videoing, so I'm hoping the quality of my video is much better than the last one. I did a little trial run and it seemed to be okay. I'm now using my phone on a tripod with a ring light. I don't know, this seems to be the way to do it. I was using my computer and then I got a new computer. The new computer's camera seemed to be worse than the old computer. Who knows? So we're gonna give it a shot and see how this works, and hopefully the video quality will be good. So I'm going to get started by showing you some Christmas finishes from the past, I guess it's the past 2 years. And I have a lot of stuff spread out, so pardon my reaching, and I may even just pause the video in parts just to reach things and be able to grab them to show you. So I'm going to start with some ornaments that I have made, and these are all different kinds of ornaments, a lot of hands-on designs, some prairie schoolers, and some little house needleworks. And these are all ornaments that I made. So I'll start with these. These are Little House Needleworks, and they're, I think, Hometown Holidays. So this is the tree farm. And what I did with this and with the 3 others that I have like this is I stuffed them really, really full. They are not going anywhere. They are super stuffed. I put a plaid on the back and a bow and a button to hide where I attached the bow. And actually it has a little 2018 charm on it. So I know I like to put those on the ornaments so I know when I did them. So I did 4 like this. I have not stitched the rest of them. I just got distracted and started stitching other things. So I have, I think, most of the patterns except the most recent one that came out. This is the toy store. And all of these were finished with the same fabric in the same way. And because it was a plaid, it was really easy for me to just slit the back open, and I just stitched it up right here, and you can really barely tell. So that was an easy way to finish it. This one is my favorite, I think. It's the train station. And the last one of these is the bookstore. So all done in 2018. So I have a couple Prairie Schooler ornaments, and these aren't the big Prairie Schooler Santas. These are like little small ones, and I don't know what pattern they came from, but I think they all came from a similar, either 1 or 2 patterns that had several of these on them. So here's one I did, and you can see it has the 2018 charm at the top as well. And I just have to fix all my bows too. I just stuck a pin in it, a white-headed straight pin, and had a little ribbon at the top. So very simple finish. I covered the back with felt this time, just so it looked finished. And I did this one the same way. Fix my bows here. And then the last one that I did this way is this guy. So yeah, I don't have a exact pattern name or booklet name or number for these, but they, Prairie Schooler has several charts that have like 3 or 4 Santas, smaller ones on them, and that's where they came from. So the next ones that I did are all hands-on design, and I had some that are, I forget the name of the series. You'll recognize it as soon as you see it. Priscilla from Priscilla and Chelsea changed a bunch of the colors, so I did too. They were originally charted in like a lot of like greens and blues from Hands On Designs. I keep wanting to say it's like the White Christmas. I don't feel like that is the name of the series, but it's a series of 9. I have done and finished 4 of them, and I did them all the same. So this is the tree farm, and I finished it on a board with plaid or check rather fabric and put felt on the back. And then I have a bow and a covered button and a little pick from Hobby Lobby. I was actually really proud of my finishing on these 2 sets that I'm going to show you. Doesn't look half bad if I do say so myself. So that's the tree farm one. And I did this last year. I didn't have a 2019 charm on this one because it says 2019 there. And this one does have the charm on it. So this is Cut and Carry. And then I did Reindeer Games, and they all have a tag to hold them, but it's just falling back there. So I changed the colors of these from what they were supposed to be. And this one is the Church in the Tray. And then I did this one. So I had done this one as a gift to give someone, and then I found something better to give that person, so I just kept this one. So it doesn't match the other ones in the series as far as how I finished it with the red, but I still like it. This is North Pole Trading Company, and this I had done in 2018. And then I have a series of what I believe were chalk ornaments that I changed the colors. And I think I stole this idea from Java Girl Stitches to make, instead of the white chalk letters, I did everything in black and red. And so I have finished them in red and black as well. So this one, these are all from 2019 as well. And I really like the fabric that I used on this. It's the, I'll show you a pin pillow that I have finished in the same fabric. I don't know what the fabric was, but I just really love the darkness of it behind these colors. So there's Great Joy. And Silent Night. And Glad Tidings. And all of these have the felt on the back and the little charm with the year at the top, and all backed on the same plaid fabric backing with the black and white dotted bows. So I think those are all my ornaments. So I'm going to move those out of the way and then show you some of the non-ornament finishes that I have for Christmas. Okay, so I have been gifted a lot of cross stitch over the years. So I have participated in a couple exchanges. I think the Facebook group Dixie Sampler is where I've done most of the exchanges besides those with my stitchy friends. And so this one came Otanenbaum, came 2 years ago. Got that in exchange, and I have written down somewhere the name of the person who gave it to me, but I don't have that in front of me. And then I have some other ones that came from other stitchy friends. So this one is a little pillow with reindeer, says peace. I don't know the pattern for these. And this is from my friend Dee. She stitched this, and we did a gift exchange, and I picked hers. And she put the polka dot fabric on the back and chenille trim around the edge. So that was I think that was 2018. And then I have this one from Megan, also one of my, in my stitchy group. And she made a pillow with blue fabric on the back. And then my friend Helen made these. I think it was Helen. I have it written down somewhere. I'm pretty sure Helen made these. If I'm wrong, Helen, forgive me. And somebody else who made them, don't be mad that I forgot it was you. I wrote it down somewhere. I've never done any of these little sleds on the perforated paper. They're pretty cute. And then this piece was given to me many years ago. Let's say 02. This was stitched by a cousin of my husband's, and we in his family used to do a Christmas gift exchange where every adult picked from a hat and we just purchased for that other person. And so when she had me one year, she made me this snowman, which I really love. I have no idea what pattern, what designer it's from or the pattern name or anything. But she cross stitches too, or at least she did in 2002. So I have that. And I also have a bunch from my mom that she had made for my dough bowl, but they're on the other side of the bed. So I'm going to do some of the bigger things that I have made now. So this, I think, is a Country Cottage Needleworks. I'm not sure the pattern name. Maybe Snow. But I made this a couple years ago and just mounted it on a board and put it in this kind of basket thing, and it just hangs. Okay, so that's my snow. And then this is, I think it's called Kringle and Woolard, but I didn't do the whole piece. There's supposed to be like some trees around him, but I just really, I liked just him and the sheep. So I got I think this is a white frame. I painted it with chalk paint, and then I scratched it all up so you could see some of the white. And then, put a bow on the bottom with a button, and that can hang or stand. This is in need of some bow fluffing, but this is a stitch along that a lot of people did last year, and it was 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. I did change the words to say "Let there be peace on earth." And I just put it in this little tray with some check background fabric. And I did not use the called for colors. I just used whatever colors I wanted. And put some greenery and ribbons at the top. So that's that. And then this one's gonna make some noise, I think. This piece is a heart and hand pattern. I don't know the name of it. And I just, it's tall and skinny. And so I found this board at Hobby Lobby and just mounted it and put some jingle bells at the top and a bow, and that's it. All right, let me just grab the last pile of things that I have here. Okay, I was mentioning how much I like the fabric on some of my ornaments, and this is the same fabric. I don't know what it is, but I really like the modeling of it. I know it's a silk weaver fabric, but that's all I know. This was Merry Christmas by maybe Lila Studios. I did this and showed it on a Flosstube video. I think I showed the finished product, and as I went along showed it. So I also did, I think it's Little House Needleworks or Country Cottage, one or the other, Ornamental Joy. And I did a ruched ribbon with some beads on the side there, a la Vanna Pfeiffer's. She's got tutorials. I love the fabric on the back. So that's that. And then I have this little sled that I got from Target, and this is a Brenda Gervais Santa, kind of like I have a snowman that I have to finish that looks like this. And he's just on a sled from Target with a bow and a covered button, some trim around the edge. So he hangs. And the last thing that I made, which I don't know what this goes on because I only have the, clearly something magnetic, something metal, But this is a Lizzie Kate, I think it's maybe Christmas string. And I have that so that it mounts on something that I have to find downstairs. I also have a few things that my mom had stitched me for my dough bowl. So I have this Joy, I don't know any of these patterns, with a little snowflake and a pretty fabric on the back. And I have Happy Holidays. And this Holy Night. Thanks, Mom. So that's all of my previous, oh no, there's one more, sorry. This little guy was sitting up there. This is Heart in Hand, Wee Santa. I think it might have been last year's or the year before. I really loved his orange coat. And I used a Vanna Pfeiffer tutorial to make it into a stand-up flat fold thing with some cording that I made. These are actually maybe a little bit time consuming, but not difficult to make, these stand-up things. And I think they're really cool. I've made a bunch like as gifts for people, and it's nice that they kind of sit on their own on a table. I also have a couple Christmas quilts I was just going to show since I was getting them out anyway. My mom made me this one with this super cute backing fabric. It's like all the parts of a snowman. And I love snowmen. And this, let's see, there should be a label on here with a date. Yes, 2003. So I'm not gonna be able to show you the whole thing. It's snowmen, one for every year. So I'll go through, there's January. So she appliqued all of this on and then quilted around it. By hand, I will also mention she quilted this. And then there's February, March, April. I hope you can see this because I can't tell what I'm doing. And then here's May, June, the snowman wedding, July, patriotic snowman, and August, and then the last row is September, October, Halloween pumpkins, or Halloween snowmen, of course Halloween pumpkins, Halloween snowmen, November, and December. So that's super cute, and my kids really love seeing that too. So that goes out every year. And then I made this quilt in 2006. It's a nativity. Let's see if I can get that back up a little here. That's about as far back as I can go, so I think we've got most of it in the picture. And I don't know the pattern names or designers of any of these, sorry. I also made just like a random quilt of Christmas fabrics in, like I said, random squares and rectangles. This just goes on my couch. It's like a throw it over your lap when you're cold quilt. And I have a log cabin quilt that's made of flannel Christmas fabrics. This one's a really old one and really well loved. This is, oh, it's not that old, 2003. And it is very faded because it gets a lot of use because it's flannel, and so everybody loves to snuggle under it. So those are my Christmas quilts. And then the last thing I wanted to show you, which is not stitching or quilting, but since you're here, you might as well see it. My mom and I have a friend named Sally, and Sally used to make from scratch, totally by hand, little bears. Like she actually made this. So my mom did like a crafty trade with Sally where I don't know what my mother made for Sally, but she had Sally make me a bear in trade. And so This is my little bear, and I love her so much. And she's in really super great shape, and this was probably, I don't know how long ago this was, 10 years more? Let's see, does it say? No. She has a little tag that has her name on it, but it doesn't say when she made it for me. So this comes out every year at Christmas too. So I know Sally watches my videos sometimes, and your bear is still doing great, still in good hands over here. Thank you so much. So just wanted to share that with all of you. And now I'm going to clean all this up so I can show you my stitching from this week. Okay, FFOs. I have a couple of those this week. And this one you have seen before, somewhat recently. It's Sally Spencer. And I don't really want to pay for framing. So I went to Hobby Lobby where I could not find a 10 by 10 frame, which is what I needed for this. So they have like frames for your records. So that's what I bought. A black frame that's meant to hold records, but because there's not really any black in this, it's all navy blue, I didn't want to keep it totally black. So I grabbed some chalk paint and painted it, and then like sanded a whole bunch of it off. I actually really like the way it turned out. So you can see some of the black underneath. Then I laced up Sally, not really professionally. She's a little crooked, but she doesn't mind. It's gonna look good anyway. And I'm excited to be able to hang this on my wall. This was a really fun piece to stitch, and I'm super happy to have it up. After Christmas, I'm going to, when I put those decorations away, I'm gonna have a wall in my dining room where I'm gonna try and put out all my samplers that I've done. So there's a couple more I wanna try and finish in time to add those to the wall. And of course, it'll be a never quite finished wall. But at least I feel like I have a bunch that I can start with at least now. And this is in the same kind of frame. And it is Button Up by Prairie Schooler. I painted the frame red and I scratched it up again. Maybe a little too much in that corner, but that's okay. And I would have probably preferred to have less of fabric showing around the edge of this, but again, not paying for a custom frame. So 10 by 10 worked. It looks great. I stitched this last year, so I really wanted to have it up. I think it was last year. Might have been the year before. When everyone else was stitching this, Misty Purcell stitched it, and Amy Loves Toads, I think, stitched it. And I really wanted to have it out to see this Christmas. So I'm excited that it's done. And, you know, once I win the lottery, maybe I'll buy some custom frames and have all of these undone and, you know, framed up really nicely. But for now, they look great. And no one who comes to my house is, you know, inspecting to make sure that everything is laced perfectly. So I'm happy with how it comes out when I do it myself. I have some finishes that are not FFO'd yet. So I'm doing some of these hands-on design. Well, I'm doing all of them. A year in chalk. I'm not doing them in the chalk colors on black fabric. So this is Summer Don't Go. And these are all being stitched on 36 count scraps of fabric that I have. This is, I feel like this is a Wexford linen that I have left over from Silk Weaver. So I went to Hobby Lobby to get some fabric because I have 6 of these done now, and I need to start getting them finished because I want to give them as a Christmas gift to somebody. So this is Let It Snow. And this one doesn't show up super great on camera, I don't think. It's better in person. I probably should have chosen some darker colors, or a darker fabric that it was going to show up better on, but I can read it. So we're going to go with it. I also finished Country Cottage Needleworks Snow Village. This one is the Snowflake Stand. And I did mine a little differently with the snow. I didn't do snowflakes at all, and I didn't do the design of the snow at the bottom because I am using a 18 count Aida that is, I think it's called Petite Dots or Petit Point, something like that. And so I didn't want to do snowflakes because I feel like that looks like snowflakes already. And they're super tiny on 18 count, but you'll also notice I'm using one thread and the snow doesn't really show up that great in here. So I'm working on another one. I'm working on the Ice Creamery. And on this one, I'm doing 2 strands of just the white. I don't really like 2 strands, but the white definitely shows up better. Let me just show you. The white definitely shows up better with 2 strands versus 1. You'll probably be able to see that better when I have the snow at the bottom of that one. But this is fine. These are for me, ornaments for me. So for the next ones, I will know to do the snow in 2 strands, and that will work out fine. All right, so that was my first whip. So I will go on and show you the rest of my whips now. I am working on my son's Christmas stocking from Stony Creek. I really love stitching on this. I don't know if it's just because it's getting to be closer to Christmas season, although it's not cold here at all. In New Jersey, it's like 70. But I just, maybe I'm in the Christmas mood. I just am really excited to stitch on this and making good progress. I am going to go up and finish his head, his hat, and then kind of go down and do the rest of his body. So this is what I have so far. This is on 28 count Ren. Picture This Plus, which if you know Picture This Plus, it's not 28 count probably, it's probably more like 30 count. But I'm using 1 strand of floss because again, I don't want to do a huge stocking in 2 strands. I'm not going to like that. So you can see I'm just starting his hat there, and once I have that done, I will go ahead and do the rest of the his body, and then I'll come back up and do the little designs on top and the name and everything. And then at the bottom, there's like a teddy bear and some other things that are presents and stuff down at the bottom. So this is probably not going to get done this year, but hopefully by next Christmas, he'll have a stocking. Okay, I wanted to start something new, like every day I want to start something new. And I've had this for a while, A Weary World by Shakespeare's Peddler. This is from 2009, so it's not a great picture, but I really love the song that the lyrics come from. So I have wanted to do this for a while, and I tried using my own colors and really had trouble with the way it looked. And so I found on Anita's Little Stitches a thread pack and bought that with the called for colors. Now originally she had done this with like a limited edition Gentle Arts pack, and so the thread pack that Anita's Little Stitches has are not those colors because they were limited edition, but they are other Gentle Arts colors that match, I guess. The funny thing is when you look at the colors, let me pull them out here. So I can see these are Christmas colors. Like there's, you know, you got the reds and the greens, and there's some gold and white. And I mean, sure, that looks like it could be Christmas, right? But when you actually go and do it, it's just so interesting the way it's coming out, because I did not expect the top to have like blue and gold flowers. And I mean, to me, it's just not really saying Christmas yet, but I like it a lot. I'm happy with the colors and the way it looks. I just don't really feel like it's super Christmassy. I am stitching this on 36 count. Don't I wish I could tell you what it was? Oh, I know what this is. This is XG Designs My Little Dove, which is gray, and then I coffee tea dyed it because I did that as an experiment to see if I wanted to use it on land that I love. I did not. I wanted to use it just as it was dyed by XG Designs, but I did love the way this came out, and I think it's great for this piece. So again, I wouldn't say that I'm feeling it super duper Christmassy, but I like it. I'm going to keep stitching it, and we'll see what it looks like when it's done. All right, so I'm just I take the needles out of my pieces when I usually leave a needle stuck in each of my pieces of fabric. You probably shouldn't do that, right? The cross stitch police are going to come get me. But I leave a needle in there. But when I go to do my Flosstube video, I stick them in one of my pin cushions because otherwise I end up with needles falling out of the fabric and they're on the floor and everything. So as I'm putting them away, I am putting the needle back in the fabric. So that's why I'm taking so long to do this. Okay, my last whip is the one everybody is doing, Blackbird Designs, Feast of Friendship. I've had this kitted for a while. I really love it. I have some of the called for colors and some of my own colors, and I actually really like the blues that I chose. I think they're coming out pretty well so far. I wanted to get started on the house right away so I could see those blues. And I have, you know, the three sides of the border done. The border, it doesn't really have a border at the bottom. So I did the three sides of the border and then started on the house. And then I put it away and got interested in something else. So I have to get back to this because I really like it. It'd be nice to have that done for Thanksgiving, but unless I really get to it, that's not going to happen. The colors that I'm using, just in case you're wondering, for the house are Weeks Deep Sea, Gentle Arts Uniform Blue, and Blue Corn. So let me see if I can pull those together. They're not really next to each other on the card here, but let's see what we can do. I'm not sure how well this will show up on the board, whether you can see that there are differences between them, but they are three definitely different colors. Especially when you stitch them and you can see the variation. But I like the way they're turning out. And so I'm going to keep going on that and see how much we can get done by Thanksgiving. I really am kind of feeling like the Christmas stitching, but try and get some of this done too. Okay, so those are my whips. I have a little bit of haul and quite a lot of stitchy kindness actually. So real quick, my haul. I got my Victorian Motto Fabric of the Month, a fat quarter of Classic. This is beautiful stuff and their fabric is fantastic. I did cancel my order for this Fabric of the Month because I have an overwhelming stash of fabric at this point. Like, I have two big drawers full of fabric, and so I just need to use some of that before I continue with getting more. So that'll be the last piece that I get for a while. And then this little pin cushion I got, and it is in like a shaker box. And I got this on Etsy from Early Americana Workshop and Studio, comes from New Hampshire. So if you want to check them out on Etsy. And they have a nice stamp and signature on every piece. They have a whole bunch of stuff other than pin cushions. But I just thought this was super nice. I'm really into shaker boxes and stuff. So I bought that, and that is all that I bought, but I got a bunch of stuff in the mail that I wanted to share with you. So first of all, I was approached by two different people asking if they could send me something. So first was Karen. Karen is the owner of KEB Studio Creations, and she sent me this very cute card with a pattern for that pumpkin on the back. And she has made this cross-stitch gift journal. And inside, she has some examples of what you can do. You can take a picture of your cross-stitch that you are gifting to someone so that you have a memory of it once you've given it away. And it has a space for you to fill out the recipient and why you gave it to them and when you gave it to them and how you finished it and all that. So there's a pattern for the cross-stitch presents on the back, and then most of the pages in the book look like this. So that was really cool and nice to receive. It's so nice to get something other than bills in the mail, right? And Karen actually mentioned me in her introduction that she got the idea for this because I had said that the journal that my mom made for me, the junk journal that I might use it instead of putting actual cross stitch pieces in it. I might use it as a gift journal like this. So you can find this on Amazon if you're interested in purchasing one. It's just Cross Stitch Gifts Journal by KEB Studio Creations. So thank you so much, Karen. And the other thing that I got similar to that was from, where is her letter here? Sylvia. Sylvia is S. Ward Designs on Etsy. And she created, let me see if I can get my board, project tracker cards. So, I don't know how well you can see that. It's, a lot of people put in a calendar or a journal their stitching for each day. And this is to track for one project. So I might take out my Weary World project and fill at the top and circle all the days that I work on it or highlight them. And it would just be a way to keep track. This could go in your project bag to keep track of every project as you do it. So thank you so much, Sylvia. She sent me a whole bunch to try. And if you're interested in them, you can check out her Etsy shop. I will link it below, as well as I will link the Cross Stitch Gift Journal so that you can check them out if you're interested in buying either of those. And then finally, I got a beautiful card with a lovely note and a whole package full of goodies from Sandy. I'm just going to use her first name. Sandy had won a giveaway on my channel, and she's watched a lot of my videos and commented throughout the time I've been doing Flosstube. And so I sent her her gift. It was one of the giveaways that I did for the 4,000 subscribers. So it was a project bag with some things in it, and did not expect to receive anything in return. And she sent me a huge package full of stuff. So I just wanted to show you some of the goodies that I got. One thing she sent me was this Spiderweb Fabric, which is super cute. It's by Fabric Flair, and I think she said it was from the Fabric of the Month Club from Fat Quarter Shop, and she didn't care for it, so she passed it along. She sent me Land That I Love by Teresa Kogut. Super nice of her. And then this pattern, which I've never seen before, it's from the Grinch, that saying. And Heart and Hands has some really cute Christmas stuff. So she sent that pattern. Let me take this out of the plastic. She sent Plum Street samplers, A Shepherd's Song, which I had seen, and it's one of those ones that has been in and out of my cart many times. So I love that. And all of these, by the way, Sandy said she had kind of double purchased because, you know, COVID has us throwing everything in our shopping carts, right? And so sometimes we purchase things more than once. So she had thought maybe I would like some of them. This is Stacy Nash Primitives, Let's Meet at the Garden Gate. And then some other ones that she sent were Blackbird Designs. She actually sent me two of this one, so I already gave one to my mom. This is the Gardener, and this is a series, the Garden Club series. So now it looks like I'm gonna have to get all the rest, right? So the Gardener, and then also this one is Tulip and Lily. And you can see on the back, they have some of the other ones in the series. So, Sandy, thank you so much. That was unbelievably generous and totally unnecessary, but really made my day. It was so nice to get a package from you, and I just appreciate so much you thinking of me and sending me something. It was really, really nice. I think that actually might be all that I have for today. So the last thing I wanted to do was put in a little clip of my buddy Steven, who is very excited to make his Flosstube debut, and show you a little bit of what he's been stitching on. Okay, I am here with a special friend who wants to show you some of his cross stitch. Come on out. This is Steven. How old are you, Steven?
6.
6. And have you done any cross stitch before? Yes, would you like to show everyone your cross stitch? Okay, come around this side and hold it up in front of the camera so they can see it. Oh yeah, look at that, hot air balloon. This was your first cross stitch project? And about how long do you think it took you to do that? Was it a long time or just a couple days or how long?
8 days.
8 days, you think? All right. Did you like cross stitching?
A little.
A little? Do you think you'll do any more cross stitching?
Probably.
Probably? Oh, okay. So we got these in a kit from Amazon, and it comes with the frame, which is also a hoop, so that they can hold on to it while they stitch. And it had all the threads, right? And the needle and everything. Is there anything else you want to tell everyone on Flosstube? No? Steven has waited a long time to come on this Flosstube video, right? You're excited to see yourself on YouTube? All right. Well, thanks for watching and checking out Steven's cross stitch with us. You want to say goodbye? So, thank you for humoring me and allowing Steven to come on and show you his cross stitch. I hope that you have been able to get some stitching done lately and that you continue to stay healthy and enjoy the fall weather that is hopefully coming your way. I know we have a hurricane coming again down south, so if you were in the path of that, I hope that you are safe and not, we have a easy time of that. And I will see you next time. Until then, happy stitching.